Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome to tonight's Kiki. Again, our Kiki Thursdays is all about fun. We sit back, relax, we gossip, we go over current events and what's going on in the celebrity world. And every so often I will do a reading. I haven't done a free reading in a minute, but if you are interested, just definitely hit up my shop. That the link will be in the description bar below. I do tarot readings, bone readings, rune readings as well. I also offer Reiki services, and I do teach Reiki as well. I do have fixed and Reiki charged candles, and of course my intention oils are bomb for love, money, and protection. And so is my pain relief oil that knocks out any and all pain. So if you are interested in any of that, definitely check out the link in the description bar below. And as you guys come on in, don't forget to like the live, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe, join the family, because you are missing out here if you haven't joined the family already. And don't forget to hit that bell notification to be notified each time I upload a brand new video. So that way you guys don't miss out on any of my uploads. So it's been a little bit of a week. You know, we meet now every 2 weeks, bi-weekly. So I hope that is working out for everyone. And if I haven't asked already, again, thank you guys for joining me. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day, evening, night, or whenever you guys are watching this. Let me know in the comments that you're part of Replay Gang by saying hashtag Replay Gang. If you guys missed my live reading on Trump, definitely check that out. There was some hidden gems being popped out of that. And I believe I might have predicted it, because I looked at the gossip rags, on these internet streets, where I said something. I believe that I said Melania is not really for him running again, but she'll show up if she has to. And the only reason why you guys haven't seen her yet is because she's not like really for this, but she'll show up when she has to. And I read on, like I said, on the gossip rag on the internet, on these internet streets, that she is kind of coming out in the public when she has to on his behalf. So she started posting recently cryptically about Easter and about Trump. So definitely check out that live reading. It's like an hour and 17 minutes, and it's definitely worth it. I had so much fun doing that. I went the whole gauntlet, the whole bloody family, except for Donald Trump Jr. and Eric. I didn't go into them because we pretty much know what they're about. They all for their daddy running for presidency. But if you guys are interested in like a tarot reading on just them two, let me know in the comments, and I might consider it, because I did skip over them. I was doing so many of them. I had no energy for Trump Jr. and Eric, and I really should have did a reading on Putin to see where he stands. So that might be coming in the near future, because I am nosy and kind of interested on seeing where he stands now, with Trump trying to run for presidency allegedly, and all of his lawsuits and pending. So I'll be interested to see where Putin stands on that. And we're just, letting everyone get notified and come on in. I know it takes a minute for everyone to come on in and join the live. And I like to keep my hands busy by shuffling cards and whatnot as they fall on the floor. Now, we just had a full moon in Libra, so I hope everyone is now balanced and experiencing some form of harmony and have released anything that is holding them back, that's keeping them from peace and harmony and balance, because we're now moving into a new moon in Taurus, which is next Wednesday, I want to say, next Wednesday, Thursday, whatever the 20th is. And that's actually going to be a solar eclipse. So you know that eclipse energy is very potent, and the Taurus energy is very grounding. That's that grounding earth energy. And also Taurus is really good with money. So if you're starting new projects and everything like that, or starting a new job, starting a new career, you know, definitely cast your net big on that day. I know it is starting the eclipse season, and that can be a little bit hectic. So be mindful that eclipse season, casting, setting intentions, can be, you know, up and down, since we're entering eclipse season. And then right behind that, the Friday. So yeah, so the new moon and solar eclipse is on the 20th, which is a Thursday, and the next day is a Friday, which is the 21st, and that's when Mercury goes retrograde. So everyone be careful while Mercury is going retrograde. So have your extra protection going, y'all. Definitely have your extra protection going, and be mindful of your thoughts, the words that's coming out your mouth during Mercury retrograde. Be mindful of technology issues. Carry obsidian, hematite, onyx, any one of those black crystals to help absorb negative energy. And I think tourmaline is black as well. That helps absorb the negative energy, and it's also is a protective stone as well. Oops. So just be mindful of the Mercury retrograde. And if you're traveling, you know, be careful. Check your tickets, check your arrangements, your flights, your bookings, all of that, and make sure everything is correct. Because Mercury retrograde, you sometimes, you know, especially with contracts and things like that, things that you have to sign, you know, you have to double, triple, and quadruple check when it's you're doing anything around Mercury retrograde. So that will be Friday, and I think it lasts about two or more, a couple of weeks or more. This time around, I haven't really fully checked, and my witchy calendar is downstairs, of course, because that's where I keep it so I can look at it in the morning. But I didn't look at it before I came up here. So that is my fault. But I wanted to give you guys that information. So next Thursday is a new moon in the sign Taurus, solar eclipse as well. And then Friday the 21st is Mercury retrograde. I don't know about y'all, but we're experiencing some beautiful weather up here in Michigan, especially in Detroit. So it was like 80 yesterday and 80 today, and I know by this weekend it's about to be 50. So this that pneumonia weather. So if you guys are out there and you're experiencing good weather, enjoy it while it lasts, because I ain't got time to be sick around here. So I still carry my jacket, you know. At least I took it down from my winter jacket to like an all-weather jacket, as I use broken down air quotes. But look, I keep that sucker. It's lined too. I keep that around because like I say, I ain't got time to be sick or nothing like that. I got too much stuff to be doing. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, because some ish did jump off. as it comes up. Okay, so the Dalai Lama has found himself in some deep, hot water over a photo that has been released of him and a young boy, where the story behind the picture was the young man wanted to get a hug from the Dalai Lama, and the Dalai Lama is a revered Buddhist monk. He's like the equivalent of a cardinal in Catholicism. So he's like highly ranked and revered. So this is a leader for, I believe, Buddhists. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. And so of course everyone wants to take a picture with him. They come to him for advice and counsel and all that good stuff. So it's like, you know, Mother Teresa. May she rest in peace. But so the little boy wanted a picture with the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama, of course, obliged, and he took it a little bit further by, you know, kissing the child on the mouth, and then he was overheard saying, encouraging the boy to suck his tongue, and which is like very disgusting. I did not expect this from a Dalai Lama. I don't even think that's in their culture. So now he's getting heat about it. He's apologizing for what he said, but now it's like he's not apologizing for doing it, you know. So, but this is like the equivalent of the Catholic Church. You know, the priests are getting in trouble recently for all of their behavior with young men back in it for decades. But the thing is, there's a time limit on theirs. You know, you have up to the people that are victims of Catholic priests and whatnot. They have up to 1 year to, you know, report that they were, you know, to the Catholic Church for investigation, that they were victims. And it's to be honest, it shouldn't be a statute of limitation on that, because these people have been abused and living with that abuse for so long and that shame for so long. It shouldn't be a statute, because these priests have been going on with their lives and doing this to other children. They haven't had no repercussions or anything like that. They just switch them to another church, or they switch them to another state or another city, or they bring them to Rome for a minute and for retraining or whatever. So there's no repercussions, and they right back into society, and there's no repercussions. Now, some of them have found themselves in jail, and that's where they should be, because they have been abusing children, for boys, for so long. And but also nuns as well, because they was abusers of the girls in the Catholic schools, because of, you know, paddling and if you was left-handed, they used to beat your hand until you wrote with your right hand, you know. So there was abuse across the board within, you know, Catholic schools, from the nuns and the priests. And it's just sad that, you know, this is happening within the church and different religions. Now, I'm not saying that there are religions that are better than others, but this is being shown now. We all knew about the Catholic Church, and we all knew about, you know, the things that was going on there. Also with, you know, other Christian churches like Baptist churches and things like that. You have pastors that's, you know, dating and dating their young congregation, and they don't think nothing is wrong with it, this, that, and other. Or they're, you know, some of them are abusing, allegedly abusing children in Baptist churches as well. So this is a problem across all religions. And I mean all religions. It's just now you have the Dalai Lama, who is a revered public figure, Now, that religion is in question, you know, because I wouldn't have expected, even though I know in the back of my mind that things happen and bad things happen in all religions, in all churches, but I didn't see this one coming. I did not. That's like saying Mother Teresa was running around here raping somebody, you know, having secret rendezvous with minor boys and whatnot, you know. I mean, I would never have saw that. If someone said that to me and like, yeah, Mother Teresa was doing X, Y, and Z, I wouldn't have believed it, you know. But with the Dalai Lama, you have picture proof. And he's not denying it. He's just saying, maybe he's apologizing for doing it. But it's almost, his apology is almost like, I'm sorry I got caught. I'm sorry I got overheard, because they're kind of poo-pooing it, his team around him, saying that he likes to jest with people. He's kind of like funny, like a comedian, sometimes, and he likes to have fun with people, and it's like a joke. No, this is serious, because there's proof, and obviously there's picture and there's video, because obviously there's video, and because you could hear him say this to this young boy, and you could physically see that this young boy his encounter went from excitement to awkward. I won't say scared, but it became very awkward. He was excited in the beginning because he's meeting the Dalai Lama and he's getting a hug. It's like almost getting a blessing, but it gets very awkward. So it's unfortunate that yet another religious higher up has been caught doing something heinous. Well, not heinous, but just disgusting. It's just disgusting. And like I said, I didn't see this coming. I don't know about you guys, but I didn't see this one coming. I'm used to seeing like, another Catholic church, another Catholic priest is being caught on the carpet because of his behavior, or something like that. Another priest or whatever, pastor so and so done, robbed the church from his building fund or whatever. So that's like becoming norm, But in Buddhism, I've never heard of this. Not saying it doesn't happen, but this is my first time hearing of it publicly. And God knows how long. Now we're looking at the whole thing like, how long has this been going on? Has he done this to other people, male and or female? What's really going on? Now they're going to be under a severe microfying glass, and we're going to like low key start looking at them like the Catholic Church, and maybe we should, because nobody is above reproach. And now that you got this scandal, we need to start looking at all religions, because anything can happen in any church. There's misbehavings and misdeeds going on all the time. It's just that we never expected. I'm not saying all of us, but this is shocking. This is very shocking. So I hope that little boy is okay, first and foremost, because like I said, in their religion, this is someone that is revered, and so I'm hoping that his outlook on religion hasn't really changed and been damaged. But I'm hoping that he is okay. And I'm hoping that a sincere apology really does come out, and an investigation does happen. Because if he's got caught this one time, God knows how many times he or someone else has done that. You get caught one time, that's not just, it's not a one-time thing. It's just that you got caught this time, and someone made us think about it. I think he was in a scandal before where he kind of like tapped a female's rear or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but I think he got in a little low-key scandal a couple of years ago about something like that. And so there's that. Again, another card slipping past. Sorry about that. But yeah, there's that. So he's had like a couple of scandals that have came out. This one and the one a couple of years ago. And I do mean a couple of years ago. It's not like something that's was just like 10, 20 years ago. No, it was just a couple of years ago. So I don't know if he's just being, in that situation, just being a fresh old man. You know how, you pass old man and he just make this fresh comment to you or whatever. But, you're a religious leader. You really shouldn't be doing stuff like that. You're the voice of your religion. You're the face of your religion. You're the leader of the Buddhist monks. I mean, come on now. Of anybody, you should be very moral. Your moral compass should be very high. I'm not saying that it should be so high that you don't have like a sense of humor, but when your sense of humor, verges on being disgusting, like what he did with his child, then that means your moral compass is off. If you think that was funny or was like a joke and you didn't mean anything by it, no, that's disgusting. And if you thought, like I said, if you thought that was funny, your moral compass is completely off. And then your whole leadership should be in question. Because if you did that to one boy, that God knows how, I wouldn't be comfortable having my child around you. If you thought that was, just in jest. No, that's not jest. That's being predatorish. And you're utilizing your position to be a predator. That's like the Catholic priests and whatnot. They use their position to hide the fact that they are predators. Just simple as that. So we have to wait and see what happens. Pretty much this is probably going to die down eventually, and we ain't going to hear anything about it like we didn't hear about that other incident. They kind of like poo-pooed that and managed to get that out of the media. But this one was a child involving a minor child, and something disgusting. So this might not go away as easily, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to try their best to brush it up under the rug. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But we just have to wait and see what really does happen. But more than likely, they're going to try. It's going to get brushed up under the rug until he do something else. Now, y'all know I have been going on and on about these mass shootings and whatnot. Y'all know I've been going on and on about this. The last one that had happened was a trans person. I'm just going to say a trans person because that's what the person considered themselves as. Went into a school and shot up some, 6 people, 3 adults and 3 minor children, killed them. So now in Louisville, Kentucky, this person walks into the bank and shoots and kills people there. And this was basically what they're saying is this is premeditated. This is something that this person was going to do. They had every intention to go in there and kill people that day. And I believe this happened like just a couple of days ago. And he had just bought the AR-15 and whatnot. So he had every intention to walk in there and kill people that day. That was his intention, and that's what he followed through on. And they are what's the word I want to use? They are saying that the police responders that came acted bravely and heroically and took the shooter down. They did what they needed to do. They did what they was trained to do. And that's great because they responded as quickly as they possibly could to address the situation. before any other lives were taken. But my thing is, why is this happening so much now? Because I know I said it before that, and I'm saying it again and again and again. This is going to continue to happen until our government come to the realization that gun control is necessary. Because there's no way that this person should have been able to get a gun so easily and be able to commit this heinous crime. Now, this is heinous. What this man did was heinous. You walk into a bank, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but some of those people was his colleagues. So why isn't our government realizing that gun control, it should be a thing? That we have a problem with gun control. That there is a problem here, because the other incident happened like a couple of weeks ago, and now we have another one. It used to be like, a couple of years in between school shootings and things like that. Now this is like, it's becoming like almost every other week we're hearing something. Somebody done did a mass shooting somewhere, like every couple of weeks. It shouldn't be like this. This person should not have been able to get a gun so easily and commit this crime. Until our government realize that gun control is a problem, this is going to continue to happen. I'm all for it, the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, but you have to have the right to bear arms, respectfully. You have to be right. Responsibly. That's the word I want to use. Responsible. You need to be responsible if you're going to bear arms. Just not be out here, just randomly, just because somebody, step on your shoes, you want to shoot them. Just, hauling off just because you're angry in the moment. Everybody's so quick to grab guns now. Back in the day, we used to just, use our fists. That's how we settled things. Not a gun. We don't go to the gun first. We settle things with our fists. So it's just too easy to get guns, and everybody and their mama has them, and you don't know who carrying what. Sometimes people are carrying, they're brandishing their stuff, which is dumb. But this is a problem. This is a huge problem, and it's happening it's like every other week now, and it's like our government don't realize that this is a problem. It's not affecting them. But didn't someone storm the Capitol and whatever, And I'm not talking about the January 6th thing, but didn't someone hold senators and whatnot hostage at one point or something like that? Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm just saying, it might just been January 6th, but I believe it was before that too. So I'm sitting up here like, come on now. Y'all targets just like the rest of us. But this shouldn't be happening. We shouldn't be having these conversations every week. Oh, did you hear about the school shooting and such and such? Or did you hear about the mass shooting and such and such? Did you hear about so and so going off, trying to, kill somebody, but luckily they got caught before they did. Why are we having these conversations and our government isn't doing anything about it? It makes no sense. Where is their real focus? Gun control is an issue, and it's just going to get worse before it gets any better. I'm like, how many more people got to die in mass shootings before our government realize, oh, maybe we need to look into this, and instead of trying to control women's reproduction systems. I'm still mad about that, but y'all don't see that gun control is a problem. that is not going to make sense to me. You want to sit up there and control women's reproduction systems, but y'all can't sit up there and realize that gun control is the issue. So you're going to force people to have kids that's going to end up in schools where they could potentially get killed due to gun violence. Because somebody decided that, oh, Miss Brown from when I was in 6th grade is a horrible teacher, and I'm now 25 years old, and I still ain't got over what Miss Brown did to me. She gave me a failing grade, and I'm going to return to my elementary school and kill Miss Brown and whoever else I come across, even if it's little kids. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. It's just going to keep getting worse until our government realize that this is a huge problem. Like they saying that, you know, they're realizing that fentanyl is a problem. They're realizing that these other drugs is a problem. I'm drawing a blank on them, you know. Opioids is a problem. Why aren't they realizing gun control is a problem? Why? Money, maybe? Money? But yes, gun control is a huge problem, and this is going to continue to happen until they realize that. And it's unfortunate that people are going to lose their lives before they realize it. Now, this is really pissing me off. Now, we have to keep Shanquella Robinson name out there, because now the feds is saying that they're not going to seek charges against the people that allegedly caused Shanquella's demise. So they're saying that it's not enough evidence to warrant a federal charges, and they informed the Robinson family that they're not going to seek charges on the frenemies that allegedly caused Shanquella's demise, and also saying that the autopsy doesn't show that she has a broken spine. So I don't know where they do that at, but the Robinson family and spokesperson came out and said that all this is saying is that someone can go on a trip to Mexico, kill someone there, and come back to the United States, and there's no repercussions. This is all that they're saying, since they don't want to, you know, bring charges against those people. You're setting the tone that you could go to another country, commit a crime, and come back to the United States like nothing happened, because nothing's going to happen to you. You're not going to face charges. You're not going to face any jail time. You're not going to go before a court. You're not going to be prosecuted. So for right now, it looks like the Shanquella Robinson case is at a standstill. But I know her family is going to continue to fight for justice, and we all need to continue to fight for justice for Shanquella, because she didn't deserve what happened to her, in the way it happened to her. But hopefully rightful justice is served here on this earth. But it's just sad to know that no federal charges is going to be brought against those people, and they running around here living their lives, continue to live in their lives like, you know, nothing, like they didn't do anything, you know. So they're out here probably living their best lives, while Shanquella family and herself, you know, she's not here anymore, and her family is suffering because they're missing her and the potential that she could have brought in future years, you know. But her frenemies is out here, you know, living their best life and continuing to live, even if it is in fear or whatever. Not likely, because now they're not facing any charges. So this is another tick for them, saying, okay, well, we're getting away with it. So just continue to keep Shanquella family in prayer, and let's just pray that justice is done for her, because this is ridiculous that they're not facing any charges. This is just crazy. Something happened, and the world needs to know, because the world done saw that video. Hashtag justice for Shanquella Robinson. Now, Bud Light and Nike are facing some scandal of their own. They tapped Dylan Mulvaney. I spelled her name wrong. Mulvaney, as a spokesperson, and now people out here are mad. Now, little backstory: Dylan is trans. She is documenting on her TikTok her transition from male to female. She's been doing it for a while. I've watched a couple of them, and they're hilarious. They're funny, and it's a journey. You're literally watching a person come into their womanhood, and we see this, as we watch our daughters, our nieces grow up into womanhood, and she is just documenting hers and being trans, and I think it's a beautiful thing. And she does make some jokes about it or whatever, because it's all like a new discovery for her. But Bud Light has tapped her during March Madness to be a spokesperson. Clearly she knew she doesn't drink Bud Light or anything like that, but she didn't know anything about March Madness. Granted, I know what March Madness is. I know it's about basketball, but clearly Dylan didn't know that it was about basketball. She didn't put two and two together until she became a spokesperson. And she put two and two together, and she was just like, oh, she just thought, it's a time to madness, and she didn't associate it with basketball. She learned that March Madness was not just about, people going crazy during the month of March. It's about basketball. So she learned something. But she was promoting the beer, and she was promoting a contest that they was having to win $15,000, I believe. And Nike tapped her to help as a spokesperson to help bring notice to their new female line of sports clothes. Now people out here mad. Now Kid Rock went and bought a case of Bud Light and took to using it as target practice. And this is his protest against Bud Light tapping Dylan as spokesperson. Why are people mad? I'm not understanding why are people mad. And of all people, why is Caitlyn Jenner mad? Why is Caitlyn Jenner mad that Nike tapped Dylan to be a spokesperson? If anybody, you would think Caitlyn Jenner would be supportive of this, but she's not. She's basically, in so many words, saying that she's making a mockery of womanhood. If anybody was making a mockery of womanhood, it was Caitlyn Jenner, because Caitlyn Jenner became trans and then immediately bashed its own community, the LGBTQ plus community. I cannot respect Caitlyn and say she, her, the proper pronouns. That's just Caitlyn. I could use proper pronouns for Dylan and any other trans person, but not Caitlyn. Because how do you become trans and then you immediately bash the community that you're going into? Because of your own lack of understanding. And when they try to embrace you and teach you, you still go around bashing them. You can't. No. If anybody should have been supportive of Dylan, it should have came from Caitlyn. Instead of being bashing and unsupportive, Caitlyn should have been more supportive of Dylan. Because this is a step. Look, if Bud Light and Nike want to be part of the woke culture and is making the money, look, I can't knock them. They're part of the woke culture. They're utilizing the woke culture to get to a new demographic of people that they probably never even considered to look into. And it's going to make them money. is wise on their part. But I wish they would have did it for better, reasons other than, financial. I wish it was just purely, not just financial, but purely to show that they are supporting the LGBTQ plus community. I cannot say that fast. But I wish they were saying that they really brought it out to really be like sincerely saying we're supporting this community. It's come to our attention that, we really need to support this community. Caitlin brought up the whole fact that what Nike did to the runner who was, they let her go because of being a spokesperson or whatever, because she got pregnant. I'm with you on that. But the same way you came to her defense is the same way you should have came to Dylan's defense. More so because Dylan is trans, just like you, Caitlin. And needs that support. So kudos for Dylan to coming out here and being your authentic self, authentic, beautiful self. Because she out here killing it. Just look at her. She's out here killing it. I love her TikToks. Go check her out. But it's just, it's just sad that she's getting this hate. And it should really be a highlight, a celebratory thing. Because this is yet another demographic, that's being noticed. Finally. This is something to be celebrated. This is another step higher on the ladder, And they're just taking it and just bashing it. Now, Bud Light evidently has lost like $5 million in, revenue or whatever. But they would take that. Evidently, they're willing to take that hit because they're looking at a bigger picture. It's not their fault that they have small-minded people that buy their products. Just saying. But Dylan, go ahead and do you, girl. I'm proud of you. Like I said, I love watching your TikToks. If you ever watch this, I'm proud of you. Continue to do you. Continue to be out here making your point. And don't let nobody stop you. Because they just haters anyway. Because you're beautiful and maybe they're not. And if they are, they're not beautiful on the inside. Another thing that kind of like really, kind of like low key upset me. Hopefully this is because we kind of transitioning into lighter stuff. Mille Bobby Brown, I might have spelled her entire name wrong. It might be Bobby with an I. But Mille Bobby Brown got engaged to her boyfriend. I believe that they've been together for 3 years. Don't ask me this person's name. I don't know who he is, but I know Millie because I watch Stranger Things. She's 19 years old. So why is people mad that she's engaged at 19? People out here getting married at 16. You got people out, there's a TV show called 16 and Pregnant. And y'all not mad about that. But y'all mad that this girl is 19 years old and she's engaged. She's not even married yet. Y'all mad because she engaged. Y'all think she too young or something like that? Like I said, it's people out here getting married younger. Or doing things younger. Like, 16 and Pregnant. That whole TV show on MTV. It's like it's low-key glorifying being a teen mother. I know they probably was like, trying to show the downfalls of being it. But it's like doing the opposite. So why are y'all mad that Millie Bobby Brown is engaged? They're not even married yet. Let them be happy. They're happy. Look at them. They're happy. Let them be in love. Are y'all that salty that she found love and she's happy? Y'all don't want her to grow up? This is some of the problem when you are a child actor. Your audience wants you to stay a child actor. And what we know in real life is that children grow up. We see that in Stranger Things. Those kids are growing up and they're experiencing adult things. That show, not only is it awesome, but it allows the kids on the show to actually grow up. Whereas other shows try to keep the kids forever. But you're literally seeing these kids grow up and they're being allowed to grow up on the show. Pretty much like the same thing with Harry Potter. Those kids grew up. In every situation, every year that a Harry Potter movie came out, those kids grew up. And it reflected in the movie. We as public audience need to realize that kids, we realize it, but we need to not be thinking that these children, these child actors that we fall in love with should remain children. They should be allowed to grow up like everybody else. They should not be able to have to. And Mille Bobby Brown is way mentally more mature. One, she's from England. So they maturity level is a lot higher than ours. So she's very mature for her age. She's like 19, but she got the mentality of a 30-year-old that's been in the business for, since she was a child. Just saying. Let them be happy. Hopefully it continues to work for them, because there's no guarantee that they will make it down the aisle. I hope that they do. This is not a premonition or even a wish against that. But let them enjoy their happiness. Let them enjoy celebrating their love. This is probably some of the reason why she don't like sharing her life. This is probably not just her, other celebrities. They don't like sharing their lives on social media. But this is a big moment for her, and she just wanted to share it with the world, and the world is coming after her. So basically turning a positive, beautiful moment for her into something horrible. And it's not. They're in love. They're happy. They've been dating for 3 years. They feel like they mature and adult enough to make this step. Let them. It's not like she's 19. She's pretty much an adult. Let them be happy. Just let them be happy. I don't understand why people are mad. I like, congratulations. Hope everything work out for you guys. I wish you nothing but the best. And I'm going to leave it at that. Moving right on along. Now this one here, baby. I don't know if y'all know about the Freaknik documentary that's coming out on Hulu. How many of y'all know about Freaknik? Baby, that's all I heard about when my brother ended up graduated from high school and went to college, and he got a hold of Freaknik. He went 1 year, and I tried to go with him, and I couldn't. It was past 95. I know that much. Let's see, I was still in high school. So it had to be like 90, between 94 and 96 maybe. Because I know he went before I graduated high school. But even I knew about Freaknik. Freaknik, they done came out with a documentary. And baby, it got these mamas and grandmas and aunties out here scared. People are already planning to showing up at work with, disguises and whatnot. I'm sitting up here like this since I wasn't allowed to go because it had ended by the time I was able to go to college. I was mad AF. I couldn't go to no dang on Freaknik. And by the time they brought it back, I had no interest in it. But this Freaknik documentary got people scared for showing up on TV. Now they know cameras, you know, cameras existed. There's video out there. They know it's video out there, because heck, it was like on 106 in Park and this, that, and other. It was all out there on the news. So there's video footage. People was recording for their own personal home video section, you know, documenting the whole thing for themselves. So now it's about to hit Hulu, and people are literally scared. They literally scared. And I'm cracking up because I couldn't go. So I'm sitting up here like this. I want to see if I recognize somebody. I want to see if I can recognize somebody. Because if I recognize any of my frat brothers and my sisters, I am going to laugh my butt off, and I'm contacting every last one of them. Like, I saw you on the Freaknik documentary. What's up? Hey, I saw you there. Like, I saw you on the Freaknik documentary. What's up? What's good? You a celebrity now. You on that Freaknik documentary. This literally got people so scared. It is hilarious. It's how many people are scared about this. It's bloody hilarious. I'm probably going to watch it because I want to see if I can pick out anybody that I see. And I want to know some of the story behind how Freaknik developed and how it grew and became the phenomenon that it was, and where they're going to go from here. Because they might try to bring it back after the documentary. But it's funny watching people squirm. It really is. Because I'm sitting up here like this. I know y'all went to Freaknik. I know y'all know about Freaknik. I know y'all went. So it's funny watching people squirm and, you know, plotting. They like, oh, Lord, you know. The things that went down at Freaknik that I heard about, and I saw some video footage back then when it was like actually happening. And I'm sitting up here like this. This was like the world's biggest frat party. I was just like, I want to go just to say I went. I just want a thing on t-shirt. I'm like, I went to Freaknik, you know. Nothing happened, but I went. Didn't even get that. My brother wouldn't even give me a shirt. Pissed me off. He didn't want to bring me no shirt back talking about I went to Freaknik. He's like, I am not supporting that. I'm like, but you went? So how is it good for you and not good for me? Just saying. But yeah, this documentary is so funny that people are literally out here like, oh Lord, writing their wills and coming up with their disguises, because they already know how they coming up with what they're gonna say to their kids, because they, you know, they done had kids and grandkids now, and they like, I wasn't like that back in the day. I was a good girl. I went to church and I went to school, and that's all I did. And then the Freaknik documentary come out, and they be like, Mama, Grandma, ain't that you? Ain't that you on somebody's Toyota? Ain't that you on somebody's Sebring twerking? I ain't know y'all twerk back then. What's that dance called? What was you doing? Is that my daddy? Is that how you and my daddy met? You know how many conversations about to be had? You know how many conversations about to be had because of this dang on documentary? Oh, Lord Jesus. So this is going to be hilarious. Hilary freaking us. And I'm here for it. Because like I said, if I see anybody I know, I'm contacting them. Just letting you know. This is going to be one for the books. I'm telling you, this is going to be one definitely for the books. All right, you guys. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close out this Kiki. I want to thank you guys for joining me this evening. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to be notified each time I upload a new video. Again, thank you for joining. Shop details will be in the description bar below. Have a wonderful evening, and I will catch you guys in the next video.